All right, it's February 25th. Welcome to City Council, 7 o'clock. We will get started with a call to order. Sarah.
Yes, Councilmember Moore.
Here.
Councilmember Severson.
Here.
Councilmember Willenbring.
Here.
Mayor Zabel. Acting Mayor Morcomb.
Here. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Perfect. Thank you very much. We have an amended agenda in front of us. Any changes or additional amendments to the agenda as presented? Seeing none, I will look for a motion.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion is second. Any final comments? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Nobody. Good. Next, we have the approval of the minutes. We have 4 sets of minutes for the workshop on February 11th, regular meeting on the 11th as well, special workshop on the 5th, and special meeting for the 18th. So for any of those, do any of the council members have any comments or notes, changes they'd like to see made? Perfect. Why don't we go down the line and we can look for a motion on each of those one by one. So for the workshop, February 11th.
I move to approve the minutes for workshop February 11th, 2025.
Motion, is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
And those are approved. Next, regular meeting, February 11th, 2025.
I'll move approval of the regular meeting minutes for the regular meeting from February 11th, 2025.
It's a motion, is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And those pass. Next, the special workshop, February 5th, 2025.
Move to approve the minutes for special workshop February 5th, 2025.
There's a motion, is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those pass. Next, last set.
I will move approval of the minutes for a special meeting from February 18th, 2025.
Motion, is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
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 And special meeting, all of the meeting minutes are approved. So next we will move to public hearings, and there are none tonight, but we will go to open forum. So open forum is a chance for anyone from the city to come forward and share what's on their mind. We just ask that you say your name and your address and be polite in your comments and keep it to 3 minutes if possible. So if anyone would like to come forward, now is the time. Going once, going twice, seeing none, we will close the open forum and move to consensus motions. Council members, we have consensus motions A through D presented. Are there any individual consensus motions that anyone would like to pull for consideration?
No.
Seeing none, I'll look for a motion.
I will move approval of consensus motions A through D as presented.
There's motion, is there a second?
Second.
Motion is second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And those are approved. Moving along, next are advisory boards and commissions. There is only the Parks and Rec Commission that met in the past 2 weeks, and I am their liaison. So during that meeting, the update is we were able to talk through the work plan, and the Parks and Rec Commission talked about the importance of the upcoming Parks and Rec Master Plan that we're putting forward for the city of Oakdale. And the commission as a whole talked about the importance of increasing engagement to make sure that residents have a say in the investments that are being made. So very positive and very active group. Something that people should definitely check out and learn more about by going on our website, learn about the Parks and Rec Commission and our master plan. So those are our advisory boards and commissions. Next are the award of bids. There are none. Staff reports, we have community development. It looks like we have Luke McClanahan to present.
Thank you. Yes, so we have a final plat request for the 11th edition of Willowbrook. So the location of this site is located in the northeast portion of Willowbrook. The site itself is just under 13 acres. It's vacant land. And the request is to plat 37 lots for single-family homes and 2 outlots. So there would be 1 outlot for a stormwater pond and 1 outlot for a trail connection. The developer would build out 42nd Street and Hyde Avenue also as part of this development. I do want to note that this is the last of the single-family lots in Willowbrook, if you can believe that, and it features some of the largest lots within the Willowbrook neighborhood. So after reviewing the plat, staff finds that it substantially conforms to the preliminary plat of Willowbrook, the city's subdivision regulations, and also the Willowbrook PUD. And I will read off just a few conditions of approval here that you can see in the resolution that's in the packet. So I'm referencing Resolution 2025-08. So there are 7 conditions of approval. I'll summarize very briefly. Number 1 is execution of a development agreement. Number 2, approval of the public improvement construction plans by the city engineer. Number 3, approvals and permits obtained from outside government agencies. Number 4, satisfaction of park dedication requirements in accordance with the Willowbrook Master Planned Unit Development Agreement. Number 5, adherence to the city attorney's plat opinion and recording instructions. Number 6, outlots A and B shall be deeded to the city. And then finally, number 7 is that the retaining walls located within the outlots, again, A and B, they shall be maintained by the development's homeowners association. And the development agreement shall specify that the development's HOA is to be responsible for the maintenance of those retaining walls. And just a little bit of background there on the retaining walls. They are seen as, from the staff's perspective, as kind of an unnecessary public improvement. So that we just want to make it clear that the expectation is that the homeowners association would be responsible for the maintenance. And with that, staff is happy to answer any questions. I know that we have a representative from Lennar here as well, if you have any questions. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Luke. Council members, any questions or comments for Luke or Lennar in the audience? No? Well, thank you for the update. It's hard to believe. This is the very last one to go in Willowbrook, but we will look for a motion.
I will move that we waive reading and adopt Resolution 2025-08, approving the final plat for Willowbrook 11th edition with conditions as presented.
All right, and we have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion is second. Any final comments or questions? Seeing none, we'll look for a vote. All those in favor? Aye. And that goes through. Great. Next, we have our city attorney checking with Jim Thompson. Jim, anything to report?
Mr. Acting Mayor, no, nothing to report tonight, but happy to answer questions.
Any questions for Jim? All right, seeing none, we'll go down and take a look at Chris. Chris, our administrator, any updates for us tonight?
Mr. Acting Mayor, City Council. No, I do not have anything other than a clarification. Mr. Acting Mayor, I think you have 2 scripts for this next session, or for the close. So look, if you don't mind deferring to Jim about which one to use would be helpful. Okay, thank you. That's all I have.
Excuse me.
Good piece of advice. And I know we'll defer to Jim in a second here. Let's do our council presentations, which are coming next. Anything here? Looking to the left, council presentation?
Nothing specific.
Nothing?
None for me.
No? All right. Well, I've got a few things I want to share. They are as follows. As of today, Tuesday, February 25th, all Oakdale outdoor skating rinks and warming houses are now closed for the season, which is not a surprise to anybody. It's quite warm out there, but for safety reasons, please stay off the ice, and thank you for a great season. We did get a lot more weeks this year than we did last year, so good to see people out there skating. Next, there are just 2 Oakdale indoor markets that remain for the season on Saturday, March 8th and Saturday, March 22nd from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Discovery Center. Great opportunity to shop local from vendors offering a variety of items. And finally, the City of Oakdale is hiring. Current employment opportunities include police officer, utilities maintenance worker, community development intern, summer recreation youth program instructors, and also, I'm assuming, there'll be public works people to mow the parks coming up soon. So to learn more and apply, visit the city website, oakdalemn.gov, and select employment. Next, we have claims roster. Claims in the amount of $4,895,604 and change. Any individual claims council members wanted to pull for consideration? Seeing none, we'll look for a motion.
I'll move we approve claims for the period February 12th, 2025 to February 25th, 2025 in the amount of $4,895,604.28.
All right, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion is second. All those in favor? Aye. And the claims are approved. And Jim, for this final section, we're going to go to a closed session, but I've got 2 scripts in front of me here. Which one are we looking at?
Mr. Mayor, why don't you use the one I sent you? I didn't have a chance to coordinate with the city clerk.
This one
ahead of
here?
time, so sure, they're both right, but
Perfect. Well, at this time, I move to go into closed session pursuant to Minnesota statute, section 13D.05, Division 3B to discuss matters protected by the attorney-client privilege relating to the pending lawsuit between the city and Oakdale Marketplace LLC. Can I get a second?
Second.
Jim?
Mr. Mayor, members of the council, just before we go into closed session, I want to say this is at my request because I do need to talk with you together in private, and that need for private outweighs the need for the public to be there, and that's why I'm asking for the closed session.
Perfect. Thank you for the clarification, Jim. So we have a motion, we have a second. Any other comments? Otherwise, we'll vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, and we are now moved to closed session.